J. Willie Silly, man, a.k.a. man, Mr. Take It Easy for you end up like Veezy. But make sure I follow my Instagram and Twitch, man, in the description down below. Everything you know about your boy Jay is in the description down below. We got Pablo Escobar. You know what I'm saying? Pablo Escobar's worst enemy, man. The Cali Cartel. You know what I mean? And like I said, man, Pablo was a mother effer. You know what I mean? I did start his documentary. You know what I mean? Honestly, I did. So I got to finish his documentary. I did a part 1, Pablo Escobar's documentary. If you want to go watch all my documentary reactions, you know what I mean, to the playlist section, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean, Pablo was crazy, man. You know what I mean? But we can't look up to what Pablo did, man. Pablo did a lot of crazy things, man. You know what I mean? I told y'all one of the most craziest thing, one thing about Jay, you know what I mean? Hey, man, I don't talk about stuff I don't know about. You know what I mean? But bro, right here, as y'all looking at Pablo Emilio Escobar, you know what I mean? Basically, long story short, you know what I mean? Bro, you know, had this little man that he wanted to kill. You know what I mean? I guess bro knew something of Pablo. I don't know. It was something, bro. He wanted the man killed, right? So basically, the man hired a new cartel member. You know what I mean? Hired a new cartel member. He basically hired the new cartel member to be a sacrifice. You know what I mean? Hired him to be a sacrifice. You feel me? Hired a new cartel. The nigga Pablo made the new cartel member feel like home. You know what I mean? Feel like, oh yeah, he cared about him, just to manipulate him to get on a plane with a bomb. You know what I mean? The man he told him not to open it. You feel me? The man literally blew up every passenger in the plane just to get to that one nigga. And y'all know the most craziest thing about that? The nigga wasn't even on the plane. He wasn't even on the plane. So, bro, Pablo just killed 100 and some passengers for no freaking reason. That nigga killed 100. This nigga was a terrorist. Y'all better understand, that man was a terrorist. You feel me? I know how many, but do y'all know how wanted this man was? Do y'all know how this man was wanted in every country dang near, especially in the United States? That's who got him, the United States. Without the help of the DEA, without the help of the United States, Pablo probably would have still been alive. I ain't gonna count. You know what I mean? Because bro was too powerful in Colombia. They needed United States. They needed help. That boy built his own prison and everything, but bro blew up a freaking plane, bro. The nigga blew up a plane, bro, with 100 some passengers in it, bro. I ain't gonna count. Bro was a terrorist.
When we think of a Colombian cartel,
this is real. That's what I'm saying, y'all. This is real killers. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. These street niggas is nothing comparable to these niggas. These the real killers. These niggas, right? Killers. These real killers. They don't do it because they have to. They do it because they want to. And I told you, I be trying to break that down, bro. You know what I'm saying? These niggas want to kill. I told y'all, niggas in the streets, they forced to kill, bro. They scary. You be thinking them niggas in the streets killers, man. These killers for real. These niggas.
Medellin cartel is usually the first.
These niggas that
Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria, one of its key founders, is undoubtedly the reason for this. However,
look, those the real drug dealers. Look at this.
In the 1990s, there was another
the real drug dealers.
As influential as Medellin, the Cali cartel.
So is he worse than El Chapo? Nigga, what? Boy, you just asked, is Pablo worse than El Chapo? Nigga, what the heck you think? Boy, you better do some research on Pablo, boy. Nigga said some El Chapo. Hey, man, bro, man ain't got nothing on Pablo. I'm gonna keep it real with you, cuz. Hey, man, El Chapo and Pablo now, huh? Nah. No, sir.
Escobar's organization, the Cali cartel,
ain't comparable. I'll put Blanco over El Chapo. I'm gonna keep it real with you. He ain't nothing to brag about, but I'll put Griseldo. I'll put Blanco over Chapo. Okay, I'll put Blanco over Chapo.
Corruption over bloodshed. After all, why resort to violence when you can literally have the Colombian president in your pocket? Every year, the Cali cartel spent a staggering $1 billion on bribes, enough to buy anything and everything they could possibly need. Let's just say if violence could be avoided, they did so. Instead of eliminating potential threats, they bought their silence, ensuring their illegal activities stayed out of the spotlight. It's no wonder they were nicknamed the Gentlemen of Cali. But don't be fooled into thinking they were saints. They may have operated discreetly, but they didn't shy away from using force to command respect.
Oh yeah, this crazy. That boy ripped that nigga.
This empire, built on drug trafficking, was led by 4 kingpins. The 2 Rodriguez Orejuela brothers, Gilberto and Miguel.
Yeah, brothers right there.
Jose Santa Cruz Lodonio, known as Chepe.
That was a dangerous cartel that freaking Pablo was against, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, it was the dangerous cartel right here. These boys ain't the Cali cartel. These boys ain't play right here. I ain't gonna count. There was these brothers right here. These brothers, they ain't playing. You see how they dressed up and you know, one thing about them, them niggas you ain't finna see them on Instagram. You know what I mean? You ain't finna see them on Instagram going live, talking about who they killed. You ain't finna see them live. These are niggas you don't see. Now I say the most dangerous niggas in this world is the niggas that's never seen. That's the most dangerous niggas in the world. The most dangerous niggas in the world is the niggas that you can't see. You think these niggas dangerous going on Instagram live and all that? Man, them boys pipsqueaks. The most dangerous niggas in the world, these niggas.
Jose Santa Cruz Lodonio, known as Chepe.
These niggas don't want to be seen.
And Elmer Herrera, alias Pacho.
This nigga was gay. He was a freaking...
According to the DEA, the Cali Cartel was the most powerful criminal organization in history, surpassing even Medellin. At their peak, they controlled 90% of the cocaine trade to the United States, and nearly 80% to Europe. And their annual revenue, it soared to as much as $20 billion.
Yeah, look at it.
But having Pablo Escobar and the Medellin cartel as their main rival during that era was no walk in the park. This rivalry escalated into an all-out war between 1988 and 1993, unleashing an unprecedented wave of violence across the country.
God.
This is the story of the Cali Cartel.
So what's my favorite type of reaction? These type. Like I said, for me, I never in my life get in the drug game, but I've always been intrigued with drug shows, crime shows. You know what I'm saying? I never get in the drug game. You know what I mean? My favorite type of movies and my favorite type of things to react to is just crime. I like crime. Because it's real. It's not fake about it, you know? It's real. That's why I like crime more than any other content I react to, because it's real. Can't get no realer than this. Can't get no more realer than this.
At the top of the Cali Cartel's hierarchy were 4 kingpins. However, it was 3 of them who founded the cartel in the 1970s, the Rodriguez Orejuela brothers, Gilberto and Miguel. Jose Santa Cruz Lodonio, also known as Chepe. Gilberto, the older of the Orejuela brothers, earned the nickname the chess player for his knack for always staying one step ahead of his opponents. He was born on January 30th, 1939, in a small town northwest of Bogota. His younger brother, Miguel, was born there as well on August 15th, 1943. Later, the Orejuela family moved to Cali, Colombia's 3rd largest city, where the brothers spent their youth. At just 10 years old, Gilberto had to drop out of school to help support his family.
10? Golly.
5 years later, he began working as a delivery boy for a pharmacy.
10 years old.
Being on the streets exposed him to a variety of illegal trades that were gaining traction in the country at the time. Gilberto was instantly drawn to this parallel world. With a sharp business sense, he eventually became the owner of his own pharmacy at the age of 25, selling stolen medical supplies. Soon, his younger brother Miguel joined him, marking the beginning of their partnership in the business world. Before long, a childhood friend named Jose Santa Cruz Lodonio, or Chepe, joined them to form one of the largest drug cartels in history. Chepe grew up alongside the Orejuela brothers. He was known for his adventurous spirit, a scrappy nature, and a jovial personality, often poking fun at himself. One day, he proposed an idea to Gilberto to form a gang specializing in kidnappings. They named this group Los Chemas, inspired by the slick-back hairstyles of the 1950s. They
specialize in kidnappings, bro? The freak is that?
The Orejuela brothers and Chepe began developing their kidnapping network, carrying out numerous abductions. They quickly amassed a small fortune, including one ransom negotiation that earned them 12 million pesos, nearly $1 million at the time.
Basically, they kidnapping important people, basically. You know what I mean? Honestly, you feel me? But, yeah, man, it's cool to see. It's not cool to see. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's interesting to see, you know, the beginning. You know what I mean? Where they started at. You know what I mean? Like I said, y'all should not do this. There's always a better way. Always a better way. You know what I mean? Honestly. It never lasts, people. It never lasts, amigo. You know what I mean? That's one thing I got to tell y'all. It never lasts. Name one successful drug dealer right now. Somebody name one successful drug dealer right now. You know what I mean? You can't, nigga, because it ain't one, nigga. And if that nigga is free, that nigga on the run every day. You can't enjoy his money. You can't, you know, have his shirt off in the beach saying, Amastemico, Lazacerito, Amastemico. He can't enjoy his money. He always on the run like Chapo. Chapo couldn't enjoy his money. The nigga was always on the run. Going from one freaking house to another. Same thing for Pablo. Bought all them mansions, couldn't enjoy a dang one. But nigga had hippos, nigga had giraffes, nigga had a whole zoo in the freaking crib. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't enjoy none of it. Nigga built his own airport.
Then crossed with Benjamin Herrera Zuleta, a drug trafficker considered one of the pioneers of Colombia's drug
Top
trade.
10 richest man in the world, Pablo Escobar.
Marijuana trafficking before moving on to cocaine, which proved far more lucrative. It didn't take long for them to progressively take control of Cali's drug trade. But their ambitions didn't stop there. Armed with just 1 kilo of cocaine, they set out on their first trip to the United States. The group traversed Central America and arrived at the Texas border.
Finna test them stay!
At the time, they were unaware that the region they had entered was dominated by a powerful Mexican drug lord named Pablo Acosta Villarreal. Who knows what might have happened had he discovered their presence. Luckily, fortune was on their side, and they managed to cross the United States without incident. Their destination? New York.
New York.
When they arrived, they were stunned to see how
It's
valuable their product was in
real
the market.
footage.
Post-Vietnam War American society was hungry for drugs, particularly cocaine.
Look at that, look at that, look at that.
$1,000 in New York. Needless to say, they quickly realized there was a market to be seized. After selling their first kilo, they wasted no time producing more, making cocaine trafficking their primary business. With money pouring in and the business expanding, the Cali Cartel was officially born.
So I be trying to tell niggas, I've been saying, I'm like, bro, you know, it's not weed. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna get rich off weed. These niggas is selling cocaine. You know what I mean? That's what these niggas are selling. They're not selling. They probably have different type of, they probably is selling weed. You know what I mean? That's on the side. But nigga, if you think you finna be a kingpin, nigga, if you think you finna be, that's why I be trying to tell all these little plugs, these weed plugs. Nigga, you ain't no drug dealer, nigga. You's the weed man. We gotta start calling the weed man. Nigga ain't no plug. These the plugs. These the real plugs right here. You little weed man. You feel me? Scoop-de-doop-de-doo. Scoop-de-doop-de-doo. You feel me? Nigga, you think you finna be a millionaire, nigga, off of freaking selling weed, nigga? You know why you would never be a millionaire from selling weed? Because everybody knows how to do it. Everybody sell weed. Everybody can't sell cocaine, bro. Everybody don't know how to chop up cocaine. Everybody don't know how to distribute cocaine. Everybody, bro, it's more difficult, bro, doing cocaine, bro. That's why the money in the cocaine, bro, it makes people, that's why it's the best seller. Because it's way more, it gives people that way more that high that weed don't give. Know what I mean? Because these people want that strong drunk. They want the strong. If you got the coat that's pure, you feel me? You know, you got some people out here, man, folks, man, you know how many folk be doing that white stuff for real? Y'all know how many people on that white stuff. I don't think y'all understand how many people on that white stuff, man. Got a lot of people on that white stuff. A lot of people do that white stuff, man. You feel me? But like I said, man, hey, man, weed, bro. I'm just saying, bro, you want to be whatever you want to be, because at the end of the day, nigga, you a grown man, nigga. You feel me? You gonna do what the freak you want to do every time you click on my video. You gonna do what the freak you want to do. So, nigga, you want to be a plug, nigga? You better be the best plug you can be then, nigga. You feel me? You want to be that? You better be the best. I'm going to just tell you, nigga, you ain't finna make it in weed, nigga. You feel me? You better go, you know, better go in that cocaine business or something. Better go do some other, you know. Not trying to encourage it, but, you know, at the end of the day, man, they gonna do what we want to do. So you want to be the best. If you doing something, you better be the best at it, nigga. You feel me? But weed ain't gonna cut it. I can sell weed, nigga. When I go to a plug, nigga. Hey, man, can I get a zip? You feel me? They're gonna get a zip right quick. I buy a little scale, nigga. Put a little, what you want, a 3.5? Put a 3.5 on the scale, nigga. Wrap it up, nigga. Here you go. Easy, bro. I could be a plug. I could be a weed man. But can I do cocaine? Heck no.
Backbone of the
That's all it take, y'all. Let me go buy a zip. I go buy a zip. All right. Buy a zip. Okay. You want 3.5? What you want? A gram? Scale do it all for you right there. The scale do it all for you. You ain't got to do no work. You ain't like that with cocaine, though.
Every part of the business was organized into autonomous cells,
like that.
ensuring that
look at it, man. Look at it, man.
Investigating, no one could provide information that would lead back to the cartel's leadership. Chepe managed cocaine distribution across the Americas, particularly in New York, one of the cartel's most lucrative markets. Cocaine was delivered there through various means before making its way into nightclubs, bars, and discos in all the major cities.
Look at him dancing. You see him dancing? That boy off the white stuff right now. Look at head bumping and look at him.
Its way into nightclubs,
dancing hard. Look at him.
Discos in all the major cities.
Boy, off that stuff.
Alberto acted as the CEO
off that
and
stuff.
mastermind of the group. His second in command was his younger brother Miguel, also known as Don Miguel or El Señor. Miguel
Why
was
would
a
I
man
react
of
to a
few
video
words
I already
and handled
watched?
everything that mattered: finances, security, shipments, and bribing law enforcement. Finally, there was Elmer Pacho Herrera, the fourth and youngest kingpin of the Cali cartel. He was the last to join the cartel's executive committee. Pacho was a very discreet trafficker who kept a low profile, so much so that he never gave an interview during his active years. Pacho was also openly homosexual, an aspect that was accepted by the other leaders because of the enormous profits he brought in.
That's what I just said. I ain't just said that, y'all. I ain't said that. Nigga was a homosexual, bro. Nigga was gay. You'll blow your head off.
Aspect that was accepted by the other leaders because of the enormous profits he brought in. Before joining the Cali cartel in 1983, Pacho had already begun selling cocaine in the United States. Within the cartel, he managed distribution in New York, and according to the DEA, oversaw one of the most sophisticated and profitable money laundering operations. This played a key role in the cartel's rapid expansion. One of Pacho's most lucrative contributions was using his contacts to shift the cartel's smuggling routes through Mexico.
How much money you need,
This
bro?
move proved highly profitable for the gentlemen of Cali. Beyond that, Pacho was responsible for the cartel's security, a role in which he excelled. While he was the most discreet of the leaders, paradoxically, he was also the most violent. Pacho dealt with his enemies in the harshest ways imaginable. By the 1980s, the city of Cali
homosexual, but that nigga blow your head off. Try to tell you.
Large enough for each kingpin
Know what
to
the freak
rule
I be
over
talking
their
about?
own territory. The Rodriguez Orejuela brothers controlled the city center and influenced southern suburb. Chepe dominated the southern region of Cali. Pacho Herrera held the northern part of the city. In essence, the city belonged to them. You couldn't do anything in Cali without their knowledge.
Straight up.
They owned the local telephone company and employed thousands of taxi drivers. Their extensive bribery network ensured they could buy off anyone and everyone. As a result, they knew the identity of anyone entering their territory. If someone new to Cali raised their suspicions, especially Americans who might be DEA agents, they were reported immediately.
Ain't no structure, bro. You see how America got to come in and
The
invade?
Rodriguez Orejuela brothers didn't drink excessively or use drugs. Their only addiction was soccer. They owned one of Cali's two biggest soccer clubs, America de Cali. It all started in 1979.
These boys had so much money, man. Them boys bought a soccer club. Them boys had so much money, them boys bought a soccer club.
Only addiction.
And that's what I be trying to tell y'all, bro. Most of these niggas that's doing these big time, like most of these kingpins, they don't do drugs. They don't be smoking weed, bro. They don't be doing none of that. You feel me? Because you know why? Weed make you lazy. Them stuff make you lazy. Them stuff, you know what I'm saying? Most of these folks that's drug kingpin, these folks, bro, be sober. Be sober. They don't even try their own product. They probably pick up a J off the street and tell them to try it. They ain't finna try it though. Oh God, these niggas be doing that, picking up J's off the street. You know what I mean? Paying them to try the product, using them to try it. The way he react, you know what I'm saying? That's when they know it's really good, some good ish right here. You feel me?
Soccer. They owned one of Cali's two biggest soccer clubs, América de Cali. It all started in 1979 when Miguel, a diehard fan of the team, got tired of watching his favorite club lose. So, he decided to inject vast sums of money into the team, and the results were transformational. América de Cali, nicknamed the Heart Attack Team for its tendency to win or lose matches at the very last minute, started winning championships.
Sure, nigga be afraid to mess up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga be afraid to mess up, nigga. Be afraid to give up a point. Nigga probably kill me if I do bad this game.
In 1979, the same year the cartel began its investments, the team became Colombian champions for the first time in its history. During the 1980s, they added 5 more national championships and reached the finals of the Copa Libertadores, the most prestigious club competition in South America, 3 times. The fans finally had something to celebrate. The Cali kingpins owned lavish properties.
Look at this,
throughout the
man.
city. Yet to maintain a low profile outside their homes, they drove modest Mazdas instead of flashy luxury cars. Their luxury vehicles were lent to politicians and celebrities to avoid drawing attention.
See what I be saying?
They attributed their wealth to legitimate business ventures.
Folks ain't trying to draw attention, y'all, bro.
Articles were published about them. Gilberto would personally call and reprimand the journalists. Joining the Cali cartel wasn't as simple as it might seem. Prospective members had to fill out an application form, just like with any regular company. Of course, they didn't hire just anyone. They recruited only the most skilled individuals, such as accountants, economists, and financial advisors. New hires received a fax with a set of rules to follow, including directives to live modestly and avoid attracting attention. This disciplined approach was what allowed the Cali cartel to grow and thrive without much interference. Their cartel functioned like a multinational corporation, shipping cocaine to North America, Europe, and even the Far East. However, the Cali cartel wasn't the only player in the lucrative cocaine trade.
Pablo.
Across the mountains lay another equally wealthy cartel.
Pablo. You gotta opt like Pablo. You know, it took for Pablo to die. Y'all, this nigga was different, bro. Like, them brothers was lit over there, man, but you dealing with a nigga that's top 10. Man, this man was like number 5, bro, as being the richest nigga in the world. Do y'all not know this man was making $1 million a day? Pablo was bringing in $1 million a day. A day. Niggas ain't making that in 5. Nigga ain't making that in their life. The boy doing that in a day, y'all. In a day. Do you know how much? So you telling me on Monday this nigga made $1 million? On Tuesday the nigga made $1 million. Wednesday $1 million. Sometimes over $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Tuesday $1 million. Wednesday $1 million. Thursday $1 million. Friday $1 million. You know what I mean? Saturday $1 million. Sunday $1 million. That boy made like what, $7 million in a week. And I told y'all sometimes over $1 million. Word on the street, they talking about boy made like $50 million in a day. It's probably over $1 million. I just say it's $1 million. I know he's making $1 million a day. I know he's making that a day. That man was top 5 most richest man in the world, y'all. What drug dealer doing that now? We're not talking about he was the richest man in Colombia. This man was one of the richest men in the world. The world, nigga. That boy top 10 most richest in the world. I keep saying that, nigga, in the world.
Cocaine trade. Across the mountains lay another equally
wealthy
cartel.
Different, what?
The Medellin cartel,
was different,
led by none other than Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria.
Boy had too much money for us. The boy had so much money, y'all, he had to bury it. Like, nigga had to stash it. Like, boy used to buy mansions, bro, just to stash money in it. Imagine that, bro. Bro had so much money, he couldn't spend it. Bro making too much money. Bro used to, I'm talking, the nigga used to buy mansions, bro, just to store money in it. That was a money freaking, that was a stash house.
None other than Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria.
But money was different, bro.
There was one thing Pablo didn't care about. It was staying discreet.
Yeah, he was too hot there. Pablo's too hot there, though, gang. You know, cut to you. Pablo too hot, though. That was really what got him killed, bro. You too out there, bro. Trying to run for politician all
The
the time.
Cali and Medellin cartels had significantly different organizational structures. The Cali cartel, as mentioned, was run by a board of directors composed of 4 kingpins. These leaders worked closely together, consulting and voting on major decisions, ensuring there were no significant disagreements among them. In contrast, the Medellin cartel operated more like an alliance, where each drug lord functioned independently. Pablo Escobar, however, often imposed his will on the others. The gentlemen of Cali viewed themselves as more sophisticated than the Medellin cartel, which they dismissed as a gang of thugs. While the Cali cartel focused on forging connections with Colombia's elite, Pablo Escobar sought the support and love of Medellin's populace. The Cali cartel prioritized corruption to eliminate threats, whereas Pablo used violence to get rid of undesirables. Although Cali could also be brutal, they preferred bribery over settling scores with bloodshed. As the head of the DEA in New York at the Times remarked,
Cali gangs will kill you if they have to, but they prefer to use a lawyer.
it might seem like the two cartels always hated each other, but that wasn't the case initially. In fact, they got along well enough to ally against a common enemy in the early 1980s.
Boy, we're different, boy. Some different type of niggas right here, y'all. Ain't no regular niggas right here. This ain't no regular street thugs. Ain't no regular street niggas.
A Colombian guerrilla group called M19 began kidnapping the relatives of drug traffickers across the country in exchange for hefty ransoms. Targeting the Medellin cartel forced Pablo Escobar to get involved. He organized a meeting with the guerrillas, intimidating them enough to abandon their kidnapping plans. However, this truce with Pablo didn't last. Eventually, M19 resumed their operations and attempted to kidnap an important Medellin cartel member.
Boy, you try to go to war with Pablo?
Escaped. The Ochoa brothers' sister wasn't so lucky. She was successfully kidnapped by M19, who demanded a ransom of $12 million for her release. Pablo Escobar and the Ochoa brothers refused to pay a single cent, prompting a crisis meeting. Hundreds of traffickers from across the country attended, including representatives from the Cali cartel. The outcome of this meeting was the creation of a private army, MAS, or Death to Kidnappers. This paramilitary group was financed not only by Colombian cartels, but also by American corporations, Colombian politicians, and wealthy landowners, all seeking to protect their economic interests and counter the M19 kidnappings. The guerrillas may have underestimated the cartels. Following this alliance, dozens of M19 members were captured and tortured for information, with many more massacred. The cartels inflicted more damage on M19 in a short time.
Yeah, he tripping, messing with them boys. Boy, you tripping. Now what the freak you was thinking, boy? Nigga mess with anybody else, but you choose to mess with the Medellin cartel, bro. You choose to kidnap one of them, bro. You stupid guy. You know who the freak this is? Nigga, so you chose to play with Cali cartel. You know who the freak them boys is? Man, y'all boy better stop playing, boy. You tripping.
And the Colombian government.
Y'all better know. Y'all gotta know who to play with, man. One thing about me, man, I'm a smart nigga. I told y'all, bro. I don't try to out tough everybody. If I know I'm beef with a nigga like Pablo, bro, I ain't doing no YouTube. Nigga, we ain't using no phones. I'm going straight cash. All that, gang. I'm telling you. You feel me? Being smart. You got it, man. One thing about me, bro, it's about respect and it's about knowing. It ain't about fearing. It's just about knowing. You gotta know what a nigga like that. I hate when these niggas be beefing with niggas. They be like, but they ain't like that. That's why these niggas be dying so much. They be dying so much because you don't want to give a nigga that respect. You know what I'm saying? Whole time you know this nigga on that other side, you know he'll murk something. You know this nigga will murk something. But you trying to act like, but ops ain't nothing. They ain't nothing. They ain't doing nothing. All right. Next minute you know, nigga, next 2 weeks that nigga dead. I thought the ops went on nothing though. I thought the ops wasn't spanking up, bro. Come on, gang. Gotta be real, bro. I know if I'm beefing with a nigga got like 8 bodies, bro, in the field for real. Man, I better take this nigga serious. Man, I play around with this nigga, better not be loafing around here. Niggas be thinking it's a game, bro. Niggas be thinking they the toughest nigga in the world. Boy, you better stop. There's always gonna be a nigga out there gonna take it over, boy. Ain't gonna be a nigga out there that ain't gonna play with you, bro. Straight up, bro. You feel me? You gotta know when to walk away from certain things, bro. You gotta know when to just be, man, you ain't scared. It'll make you scared, but it'll make you smart, bro. You gotta know when to walk away, bro. All right, bro. Yeah, I ain't finna win that one. You feel me? Straight up. Catch a nigga when he alone or something.
Years.
Got too much pride, bro. That's what it is. Pride, bro. Make it seem like they scary, but in real life, you smart, bro. It's cool to be scared sometimes, bro. You better understand that, bro. That's what God gave us that. It's all right to be scared sometimes, bro. It's all right to be nervous sometimes. I be lying saying I wasn't scared sometimes, nigga. I wasn't scared of a nigga, but I'm scared of that outcome. You feel me? Scared of situations. Scared of going to jail, scared of dying. Heck yeah. You feel me? So you being scared will smarten you up, bro. That's what I try to tell me. Nigga, I've been plenty of times, I've been scared of situations. Smart, though. Smart as a whip. Boy, I be trying to tell nigga, smart as a whip. You feel me? I try to avoid certain things, bro. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. When you know you ain't finna win something, bro, go and walk away, bro. Don't even try to talk. Go and walk away. Catch them when they body lonely or something. You lost this one. You ain't finna win that battle.
Ultimately, M19 apologized to Pablo Escobar and the Ochoa brothers and released their hostages. All of this led to a strong alliance between Colombian drug lords, particularly between the Cali and Medellin cartels. They began pooling their resources and collaborating on drug trafficking to the United States, where demand was so high that there was enough space for everyone to coexist without engaging in unnecessary wars. And why would they want to kill each other when they had the CIA on their side?
Dirty niggas, man.
CIA, you heard that right.
Heard about these
In the
niggas.
1980s, the U.S. government was focused on fighting heroin and marijuana trafficking, but they also had another priority: preventing the spread of communism. The CIA didn't want cocaine production to fall into the hands of Central and South American communists. So, they offered their help to drug traffickers. In exchange, the cartels enjoyed protection and a constant supply of American weapons to fight against communist paramilitary groups. With Cali and Medellin working with the CIA, the idea of a war between the two cartels seemed far from imaginable. Gilberto Rodriguez and Jorge Luis Ochoa, one of the Ochoa brothers from the Medellin cartel, were even very good friends during this time. They were co-owners of a Panamanian bank used by all the cartels to launder money, and they often looked for trafficking opportunities in Europe together. At that point, nothing suggested any disagreement between the two clans. That was, of course, before Pablo decided to enter politics.
Yeah, see? I don't know why Pablo, that low-key destroyed Pablo right there, y'all. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to be a politician, bro. Try to actually be the president of Colombia, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Pablo was too out there, bro. So that's kind of why Pablo ain't really alive today, bro. Pablo, like, I ain't gonna cap. If Pablo, bro, didn't do this, bro, that nigga probably still be alive, bro. Ain't gonna cap. You know what I'm saying? This killed the nigga. This killed him right here. Being too seen. That's why the Cali outlasted him more, because Cali was more smart. Even though Cali ain't around, no more Cali Cartel, from my knowledge. You feel me? They probably is around, probably new generation. I don't know. You feel me? Now you got the CJNGs, now you got the Sinaloas that we talking about. You know what I mean? But I know the Medellin cartel not around no more. I know Pablo and his cartel done. You know what I mean? But this right here killed him. I think Pablo died when he was like 44, 45. Pablo young when he died, bro. He ain't hit 50 yet. His son talking about he killed himself though. But hey.
Pues mi familia no tuvo unos recursos económicos importantes y vivimos dificultades como las que vive la mayoría del pueblo colombiano, entonces no somos ajenos a esos problemas, los conocemos profundamente y los entendemos. Yo le quiero decir que nosotros no tenemos mentalidad vengativa, lo que nosotros queremos aclararle a la opinión pública es que hay gente que falsamente predica la moral. Pienso que si no hubiera habido dineros calientes o entrada de dólares al país, el país estaría sufriendo una grave crisis económica similar a la que atraviesan los países de América Latina.
How the freak you get this footage, bro?
Entering politics. Yeah, we can say that was Escobar's biggest mistake. The idea of controlling an entire country by directly involving himself in politics wasn't a bad one for Pablo. Let's just say he may have underestimated the scale of the task, and especially the determination of one man who did everything to ruin his political career when he was elected as a congressman in 1982, the Minister of Justice at the time, Rodrigo Lara Bonilla. On his first day in the Colombian Congress, Pablo was confronted by Lara Bonilla, who accused him of engaging in criminal activities and threatened him with the one thing that drug lords feared the most: extradition to the United States. A few months later, Luis Carlos Galan, the leader of the Liberal Party to which Pablo belonged, expelled the drug baron, and Pablo's political dreams were effectively shattered. In January 1984, Pablo withdrew from politics, and 3 months later, he decided to get his revenge by assassinating Lara Bonilla.
That nigga died.
The murder greatly attracted the attention of Washington and the media. As pressure mounted, Pablo became the target of the Colombian government, which signed what drug traffickers feared the most, the extradition treaty. This meant that anyone involved in drug trafficking to the United States could now be tried and imprisoned in America. This was a pivotal moment in the fight against Colombia's drug cartels, including the Cali Cartel, which was not spared. The Cali Cartel, in fact, viewed Pablo Escobar's recent actions very unfavorably as he continued his quest for vengeance. Pablo Escobar had now set his sights on Luis Carlos Galan, who had excluded him from his political party and was the overwhelming favorite in the 1990 Colombian elections. Galan was also a staunch defender of extradition. On August 18, 1989, Escobar's men assassinated him during a campaign rally. But Escobar didn't stop there. By the end of the same year, he targeted Cesar Gaviria, Galan's successor. The assassination attempt was spectacular. Escobar's men planted a bomb on a plane that exploded.
Y'all think I told, bro, y'all, I be trying to tell y'all, I know what the freak I be talking about, bro. I be trying to tell y'all, man, I be speaking truth, man. I told y'all about this at the beginning of the video. Y'all thought I was lying, gang. Trying to tell you, the man was crazy, man. The man was the man was freaking out of his mind. You know what I mean? The man, you got people out here that just don't have empathy, bro. And Pablo was just one of the men that just didn't have empathy, bro. You know what I mean? Bro did not care. It's like killing, bro. You got people out here, man, killing people, man. It's like eating breakfast. Killing people like eating dinner. Just another day. That's how it was with Pablo, bro. Killing people. They ain't phased that nigga. That boy ain't had no type of empathy, bro. Bro ain't had no type of, you know?
Assassination attempt was spectacular.
Nigga blew up a whole plane, bro, and killed 100 and some innocent people on that plane, bro. For one dude. And that one dude wasn't even on that plane.
Escobar's men planted a bomb on a plane that exploded mid-flight, resulting in 107 victims. Fortunately for Gaviria, he missed the flight that day. Sadly, 2 Americans aboard the plane were killed. This was enough for the U.S. government to intervene directly. With all the media attention on Escobar and Colombian drug traffickers in general, the Cali Cartel wanted to stay away from all this, especially since Escobar kept soliciting economic and military help from other cartels to continue his war against the Colombian state. Many accepted out of fear, but the Cali Cartel refused to help Pablo. For them, the war against the government had to be fought judicially, not otherwise. The gentlemen of Cali wanted to remain discreet and continue working in the shadows. In the end, money was all that interested them. Speaking of money, the Cali Cartel had a very different way of managing it. Unlike Escobar, who buried his money to store it and lost millions of dollars to water damage and rats, they invested it immediately in commercial ventures. Real estate was one of these investments, and as a result, Cali experienced a real estate boom, which also increased their popularity with the local population. At this
seemed like Cali was trying to go the smart way. It's just, you know, shoot, I won't want to deal with Pablo either, though. Ain't gonna lie, Pablo going crazy, Pablo tripping. You know what I'm saying? So it seemed like, you know, Cali was just trying to freaking, you know, stay in the shadow, not get caught up with what Pablo was trying to do. You know what I mean? Honestly, so you really can't blame him, you know?
Had the idea of legitimizing their
Pablo Island, bro.
In order to gradually step away from drug trafficking. The 4 bosses knew that sooner or later their empire would collapse unless they transferred their business into the legal realm. The recent attention on Colombian drug traffickers due to Escobar's actions pushed them to find an exit strategy that would avoid significant trouble with the justice system. However, an event would soon derail all of their plans. Pablo Escobar was about to start a war that would shake the entire country of Colombia.
Bro was just too violent, bro. Too violent for his own good, bro. So like I said, y'all, that is part 1 right there. I appreciate everybody, man. Like I said, we're going to finish it tomorrow. You know what I mean? Tomorrow we're going to finish it, man. You know, going on the 3 hours, man. I appreciate everybody for joining the stream, man. You know what I mean? It was a good stream, man. You know what I mean? So we're going to do part freaking 2 tomorrow, man. You know what I mean? Pablo Escobar's worst enemy, the Cali Cartel. You know what I mean? That was crazy right there, man. But I appreciate everybody, man, for joining the stream. Like I said, every single day. We will be live on Twitch. Like I said, man, make sure y'all turn on post notifications. You know what I'm saying? Post notifications, man. What time is it? It's 3:40 a.m., man. 3:40 a.m., man. So make sure y'all turn on post notifications, man. It's your boy Jay. You know what I mean? Take it easy, man. Before you end up like busy, man. It's your boy Jay, man. I'm out, man.